Welcome to this masterclass. I hope you all are doing well. So I'm Kashish Vidhudi and I'm the student community head of MyWays and I will be the host for today's session. I hope you find this session insightful and informative and it help you to understand this topic in a broader perspective. So firstly, I would like to tell you about MyWays. So MyWays is an AI and career growth platform for the students. We aim to help them being employable in their desired role. We provide them with internship opportunities, courses, and training sessions. And we also help the students in tracking their growth. Apart from this, we conduct weekly masterclasses for our students and help them to learn new things every week. Just like that, we are conducting a session today. It's the part of our weekly masterclasses. So the topic for today's masterclass is impacting interviewer with your first impression. For this, we have our guest speaker, Ms. Guncha Arora. She's a certified soft skills trainer from the Image Consulting Business Institute under the curriculum of the Consell Institute of Image Management, USA and Scottish Qualifications Authority. She will be covering a lot of points today. Some of them are understanding the importance of first impressions, acknowledging your strongest and weakest personality traits, making an impactful first impression for your interviews, group discussions, and even in workplace, helping you in understand the ideal candidate and his first impression in any interview. And lastly, grabbing an opportunity to work on your soft skills, verbal, non-verbal, anything. So without any further ado, I would like to invite our guest speaker, Ms. Guncha, to the stage, and now she can start with the session. Over to you, ma'am.
Hi, everyone, and thank you so much, Kashish, for this wonderful introduction. Hi, everyone. How are you guys doing? Kindly unmute yourself and respond. How is this evening going? It's raining here in Delhi. It's quite chill weather going on. Just type it, speak. Yeah, come on. Someone was speaking up. Write it in the chat box. How are you feeling? How is the weather at your place? How was your Saturday? Okay, turn on your videos if we can. Let's face each other. Let's talk to each other. Let's make this session more and more interactive, more and more learning. Right, Amar is saying nice weather, nice. Great. So not doing any much delays, I'll quickly share my screen and start with the session we are up to. Is my screen visible to everyone? Just give me the thumbs up. Is the screen visible? Guys, any response?
Yes, ma'am, visible.
Great, great. So today's session is about magic of first impression. How you impress others. How the first meeting can make a lot of difference in your personal as well as professional environment. How people can just judge you in just a second or in just 30 seconds to get to know what kind of a person you are. They build an attitude towards you. So what is the magic behind that? How people are doing that? How are we doing it of others? We are also considering or making an opinion about others, right? Yes, no? We do, right? So how it is happening? How things are working out? Let's see further. A quick introduction of me, as Kashish has already given. So I am into this industry since 4 years and giving these soft skills training, career coaching, helping people to get jobs, getting their interviews cleared, working on their resume. So everything is being covered, and I am into a HR professional plus trainer since last 4 years. I'm certified trainer from the ICPI Institute and the British Council with the Train the Trainer program. So the norms of this session are: kindly turn on your cameras. Can I see everyone on the screen? Any questions you have, keep on putting in the chat box. In the middle, or maybe at the end of the session, Kashish or me will take up those questions and will answer all of them. Right? Although we'll be having a Q&A session at the end of this particular hour. Clear, everyone? What is a first impression? Can I get to know? Answers, one word answers. If someone can speak up, just let me know, what is a first impression? How do you create a first impression?
By dressing sense, ma'am.
Great. Dressing sense. Anything else?
Posture and way of interaction.
Great. Your communication, yes. More, please add on. Everyone, please come on the stage and add on the things. Give your inputs. What you see in a person when you meet on him or her the first time, whether personal, whether professional, how do you judge them?
Dressing sense.
Dressing sense has been covered. Communication has been covered. What else? Just chunk up the points from your mind. Come on. The gestures, the smile on their face.
The way of speaking.
Come again?
The way of speaking, the first words.
Yes, the way they are speaking. Correct. Energy. What energy they are coming? Are they dull? Are they excited?
Like facial expressions, maybe.
Expressions, yes. Gestures, yes. While speaking, what are their hand movements? What are the expressions on the face? Sounding dull, showing dull, not a smile. What are they wearing? How are they looking? What is their hygiene? We do cover up these points, right? Their energy. Sometimes we work on their vibrations as well. Though he was talking good, though he was saying well, but I did not like the vibrations. It happens, right? We create that impression that he was quite negative. His attitude was quite out of my comfort, I would say. This happens when we meet people. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What all do we focus in them? Is he or she dressed appropriately? Trendy and stylish? Quite boredom, old styles? What are the accessories they are carrying? Is it matching with their clothing or not? Is it suiting them to their face or their posture? Clean, perfume and deodorant. Footwear they are wearing. Let me focus on this point. The footwear is the first thing we focus whenever we meet the first person. You might agree, you might not agree, you may have it, experience it later on. But it is the first thing a person notices in the another person, which are their shoes, footwear they are wearing. How is he introducing himself? The enthusiasm by maintaining the eye contact, posture, smile on their face. When you are talking, are they actively listening to you? Are they engaging with you by putting up their inputs or not? You create an impression, you create an environment about them. Based upon that, you think, are we going to go and talk to them again or not? This happens. Are they confident in their appearance or aspects? Correct? Yes, no, don't know any answers to this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. How to make this? How to make this well so that you can create a well magic first impression? So if you do check all these aspects in others, don't you think others will also check in you? Don't you think when you go for an interview, don't you think when you meet a person, when you go on a coffee shop, when you even greet someone for the first time, any official meeting, any personal gathering, people judge you, even in the relatives. Are you his daughter? Are you his son? People judge you by them. So my mom says, oh, dress well, you're my daughter. So it happens. People judge you based upon your families, based upon their beliefs they have. It happens. So make sure you're dressed appropriately. And how? Let's see forward. So today's agenda, we are going to learn about how it is important for your success and how this first impression is formed. What is the science behind your image, body image, self-image, and self-esteem? How it in total helps you create that first impression. Let's move ahead. Okay. So how first impression is success essential? So quickly give me in one point, what is success for you? What is success? Anyone?
Achieving desired goals, ma'am.
Desired goals, yes. What else?
Because ma'am, for success, we cannot say that we are mainly successful for everything, but we can say that we have achieved the desired goals. So that basic necessity goals.
The goal we were aspiring of, or we were thinking of, that by this Saturday or by the end of this month we'll do, and we achieved that. Yes, this is a success. What else? What else is success for you? Others. For some it is money. For some it is happiness. For some it is getting a home, his own home. For some it is making their parents proud. For some it is never ending. Success keeps on, like, I want this, you achieve that. Then I want that, you achieve that. Success never ends, based upon your desired goals. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Then how first impression is essential for this success? Let me know when you meet someone and if they create an impression of you, will you get a chance to change that impression? Anytime, will you get a chance?
No, ma'am.
He won't give you that opportunity and come and talk to you again. He won't give you that opportunity to come on the stage and speak. So on the very first meeting, it becomes important to give your first impression. So a little science behind it, we have multiple layers. For friends, we are different. For professional people, we are different. Here on the screen, I am different. It happens. I alone is very different. We have different layers. You have to decide what layer you should project in front of a person in that particular occasion, in that particular environment. And based upon that first layer, the other person will give you the opportunity to reveal your other layers. So meanwhile, you interact. So if you give a good impression, then only he'll come for the second time. You can give your second layer out. He'll meet for the third time on the dining. He'll meet you for a dinner. You can have another layer of your humor, your cracking jokes. But on the very first meet, you cannot crack a joke. Understanding? So maintain those layers of yours. How it is to be professionally, how it is to be socially, how it is to be emotionally when it comes to family and friends, how it is to be in parties, how it is to be with unknown strangers where you meet in parties or your schools or your colleges, institutions, or at your professional place. Understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Let me know how quickly you create a first impression. How quickly? 1 minute, 30 seconds, 10 seconds? How much time do you take just to think about a person? Just let me know, what do you think about me when you saw me for the first 10 seconds, 20 seconds, or 30 seconds when I started speaking? What would, just one word, what would you project out of me? What was I projecting, or what was I portraying myself? How? Just one word.
Attentive.
Attentive. Okay. What else?
Ma'am, calm and composed.
Calm and composed. Okay, right. Was it written on my face? Was it showing it? Was I saying it myself, in other words? No. You just saw at my face, you just saw what are my eye movements, how am I talking, what are my gestures, how am I speaking. This is how you came to these 2 points, right?
Yes,
Correct? So even if you speak, before you speak, people create an impression. The way you are moving from the door, the way you are entering from the door to the table or to the cabin, people are judging you. You're just walking in the premises. Around, people who are around you are judging. They are looking at you and they are creating an impression. You never know that when or at what time on occasion you have or you might need to face that person who is currently looking from that far location to you. It happens, right? हमने किसी को दूर से देखा और 5-6 दिन बाद पता लगा कि उसी से मेरा काम है, एट द एंड उसी से मुझे वो सिग्नेचर चाहिए या उसी से वो अप्रूवल चाहिए. It happens. So even if no one is looking at you, or even if you're going at a place where you think, I don't need anyone, I don't need people to focus on me or something, so I'll dress up any way I want. No, you never know how things will come up to you, how universe has framed things for you. So first impression is something, whenever you step out of your house, you have to be well maintained, well groomed. What is this slide talking about? Success is all about 2 things happening simultaneously: getting a chance or an opportunity to do something, and when you get a chance, to perform when the opportunity comes along. How will you get a chance? Why people will look at you? Why will people will look at Guncha and give her a chance? It depends on the first impression. As today, Kashish is looking at me, or you guys are looking at me. I'll create an impression in front of you. Then only you are going to refer me at any other place. What if I don't get the second chance? I think if I'll get the second session, I'll do it much better. What if I don't get the second session based upon this first session? I have to create my first impression. And that is going to be the lasting impression. You cannot change it. So people decide based upon those first impression and give you the opportunity. So someone was saying success is achieving the desired goals. Sometimes desired goals are not just in our hands. We need some external efforts also. External people's approval, external people's input to just teach you up or help you in your growth. It happens, but for that you have to create an impression in front of them. Then only they'll give you that opportunity, and then you'll get a chance to perform. Once you get a chance to perform, you have to make sure that that person has trusted you, has shown that credibility in you, that yes, this person is really good. I like this guy. He can perform. So you have to make sure you give your best there. So his trust gets that satisfaction that yes, I trusted the right person. So when you perform, you should have your soft skills. Soft skills are appearance, behavior, communication. ABC, appearance, behavior, communication. And hard skills, almost everyone has, which is your domain skills, which is your studies, which is your knowledge about the concept. Understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Moving ahead, just an example here. Case study of Sonia. She goes for an interview, entry-level job in a private company, private corporate. She arrives on time wearing brightly colored blouse and skirt, open-toed sandals. She's nicely dressed, but for a party. This is not a professional dress for an interview. Unfortunately, the message she sends is that she's not serious and not ready for the job. Is this the right attire for the interview? No. As soon as she moves in from the main door of the office, people will start judging. The interviewer will get an opinion about her in the cabin. She won't be even called inside the cabin. What about her soft skills? What about her domain knowledge? Nothing of use, because people just look at you and create an impression. Same with another guy, Nikhil. Intelligent, well qualified, but arrives little late. Could not find a parking spot. He enters the meeting room feeling flustered, and because he's nervous, he forgets to shake the interviewer's hand. Sometimes when we are late, everything is going good, but then that nervousness, that thing is not there on your face. He was not calm. He was fluttered. He was like, okay, what to do? What is next? Someone else is just putting his hand forward for the handshake and he's not responding. First impression destroyed. Understanding here how little things are affecting your first impression. Neither Sonia or Nikhil get the job, not because they were unqualified, but because they failed the first impression test. You never know when are you getting tested. Who is judging you? You never know that. So make sure you clear this test by just working on yourself. Just working on yourself. Don't have to think who is looking at you or who is gonna judge what in and out you. Just work on yourself. Automatically things will work for you. When you think I have to create a good impression, you put in efforts. You put in efforts, you grow. You grow, you learn, and you succeed. Unless you think you have to do something, you'll never put in efforts. You'll never grow, you'll never succeed. Can you get that? Can you connect the dots here? Just to create a small first impression, it's not the ending thing, it's just the beginning of your start, of your life, of your journey. Yes, no? Understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
People are not accepted solely because they look the part, but many are not accepted if they don't like the way they fit in. Sometimes you look really good, but they're not as fit as what the opportunity is. You have to make sure where are you going, how are you going, whom are you meeting, where to sit, how to sit, what to wear, what not to wear, what should be your accessories, what should not be there, how to greet, how to speak. Researcher statistics. The survey of 2000 hiring manager was done, and 33% of knew whether they would be hiring someone in just first 90 seconds. Why is the question? First question is introduce yourself. They judge your communication in that. They judge your confidence in that. While you enter, they judge your body language, how you walk, what are you wearing, what is your personality. They ask you to please settle down, and before asking, you pull up the chair and you sit down. Again, impression destroyed. What are your etiquettes here? What is your behavior here? Were you having a smile on your face or were you having the frowning face? Were you actively listening to the interviewer or not listening? Were you having an eye contact or not? Interviewer asks you, how are you doing? You said, I'm doing very good. Ask in return as well, how are you doing, ma'am? If you don't ask, again, impression lost. Small things you need to work on. Some people sit, they're not, they're afraid, they're scared, they're nervous. They start clicking their pen, start playing with their fingers, rings, start playing with their collar, shirt button or something else. These are noticed. These are very well noticed. It shows that you're not confident. Need to work on these things. Hand should always be on your lap, not even on the table. 50% of the interviewers think that the candidate can be eliminated from the position due to the way they dressed, acted, or walked through the door. Sometimes, or nowadays, if I talk about, all the profiles are involving client and customer communication. Even in the IT profile, if I talk about developers, they are working backend, they are coding. But at the end of the week or at the end of the month or while the submission is there, they have to give the demo to the client, where it involves video, where it involves explaining things, how it is, how was it coded, how efficient it is done, how is that particular software run for that client. I'm just talking about the back-end position here. Other are front-end position, wherein definitely you're gonna face the client or the customer. So they see, how are you dressing? How are you acting? How did you walk through the door? What are your gestures? Someone told facial expressions. Yes. Very well said, and it is the first thing noticed. Facial expressions. Smile on your face. Smile, everyone, now. Just get a quick smile on your face. You feel good from within. You get confident from within. If you do not smile, you're sitting like dumb, as if you don't know anything. But your mind is running inside. It should be shown on your face. It's you who has to show things on your face or in your body gestures. Then only the other people will be understanding. Sometimes we say that our intention was different and our actions went different. But people are going to notice the actions only, not your intentions. Your intentions should come out in the form of actions. It should be correct. Understanding? Shall we move ahead?
Yes, ma'am.
65% of interviewers said the candidate who failed to make eye contact did not get the role what they're applying for. Sometimes it's not just working on the computer. When you go to marketing profile, when you go to advertising department, they require proper gestures. About 40% of interviewers thought that a lack of smile is good enough reason not to consider a candidate. An attitude is important. An attitude comes through your gestures. When you smile, it gives positive attitude, positive vibe to others, positive vibe to all the team members. Shows that you are motivated from inside. You are confident enough. You are able to put your things upfrontly to the team, to the managers, to your juniors. 20% of the interviewers said that candidates who sat their arms crossed during their meetings were not considered for the role because of their body language that reflected that the lack of confidence. When you just cross your arms like this, there are two things. Either you're hiding something, either your belly or something, or either you are just rigid enough. And crossed arms means that you're not able to accept things. If someone is saying something, you are rigid, like I have different opinion, I'm not going to change my opinion, I'm not going to accept the things. Maybe you don't have from within, but crossed arms means this. Never ever in a professional environment sit crossed arms. Never ever. Keep your hand on the table, keep your hand on the lap, keep your hand on the sides of the chair, but do not cross your arms. Join your hands as if I am doing. Do whatever as you want, just do not cross your arms. Was I clear with this particular topic? How success is based upon is like how first impression is essential for success. How success is just equivalent to how the first impression is created, and it starts from there. Was I clear with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone?
Yeah, ma'am.
Great. Now, how are first impressions formed? It is about cause and effect. What do you cause and how it affected the other person? You projected an image, smile is there, you're dressed well, your proper handshake is there. People form first impression. Sometimes you are portraying good, you're projecting yourself good, but prior bias is there. What is prior bias? Someone said that you're going to meet this person for the first time. Let me tell you, he is this way. I felt him this way when I met him, or I've been working with him since last 6 months, and for me, I have this opinion. Make sure you meet him well. Make sure you keep things in your mind while meeting. So this is prior bias. Someone has given thoughts about you already in his or her mind. So when she comes and meet him, she has that thoughts in the mind. This is not under your control. But then you can portray a good image of yourself and change that, because that wasn't the first impression. That was the prior bias. I said prior bias impression. That's different. That's someone else told. And when the person is wise, when the person is healthy, when the person has his or her thinking ability, will definitely not think what others are saying about you. Will definitely meet with an open mind and judge you on your first impression. So that is under your control. So make sure you give your impression with a proper body language, proper dressing sense, proper behavior. What are the perceptions people form just by looking at you? Are you professional? Are you intelligent? The way you are talking, do you have the knowledge about the topic? Your credibility, how accountable you are. Can they assign you work? How responsive you are? How well you're putting the inputs? Authority. Do you take that authority? How is your dressing sense? Are you clumsy dressed? Are you shabbily dressed? Or having that authority, sitting straight, listening, actively listening, for giving in inputs? Last is trustworthiness. Can they trust you? And to build that trust or let people trust you, you should have that confidence on your face that yes, I can do. I am deserving. You should have it from within so you can show it on your face. People judge this, all these things based upon your first impression. If I met someone who is not looking good, is not behaving well, or the etiquettes are not good, grooming is not there, will I go and talk to him or her? I'm talking about the professional world. I will not. I think manager is someone else. I look for the manager. Will I think that he or she is the manager? And manager has all these qualities. He or she is professional, intelligent, credible, authority, and trustworthy. So make sure you have these things in you. And that should be portrayed through your first impression, through your appearance. So there's a scientist, Albert Merivin. He conducted an experiment and took out that first impressions are created through visual, vocal, and verbal. Visual communication, your body language, your clothing, your appearance. That is 55% out of 100, the most. Then is your vocal. How is your pitch? How speed you are having? What is your pace of speaking? What is the volume of your speech? That is again 38%. And last is your verbal communication, when you speak out of your mouth and tell that I am a good person. That's the last one. People will not judge you or trust you on your words. They will judge or trust on your body language. Secondly, on your vocal language, which is your non-verbal communication. When it comes to vocal, when we are having a higher tone, we speak loud, we are not speaking softly, people will start making distance. People will think he is like outspoken. He'll speak whatever he wants. We should have a sense what should be our tone of speaking, right? Each sentence has two tone of speaking. Can you get me this? Can you help me with this? So if the tone is different, first is ordering and second one is requesting. Words are same, sentence is same, but the way of speaking is different. Even if your intention is of requesting, but you need to focus on your tone as well. So people come up to you. You should be approachable. In professional world, you should be approachable. Make sure you have that thing in you that people come and ask you for advice, for help, for a task. And if you're not approachable, they won't give you an opportunity. They won't give you an opportunity, you won't get success. Understanding how are they related? So your clothes, grooming, body language, etiquettes, visual communication, all these conspire of 80% or maybe higher. Same thing, visual communication. All this comes under visual communication. Just by looking at your language, body language, grooming and clothes, they are making an impression. Basic nature of human memory. When you look at thing, you remember that. When you look at a face, you remember that rather than the word. You do not remember the road name, but you remember the road, how it looks. What are the landmarks? There was a petrol pump. There was a restaurant. There was a mall beside that. But you do not remember the name of the road. But you remember what you saw because you captured that image. It happens, right? As a human tendency, we believe on what we see. We might not get a chance to get rectified, and we might get a chance. It depends, but why to take a risk? Be good at your part. Understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes. I'll move forward. While eating, which one would you prefer? The first one or the second one?
Second
Answers.
one.
Second one. Why second one?
Because
More presentable, more appealing,
visually attractive.
visually attractive. Well said. What else? When I go to a restaurant, I see what others are eating. When I go first time to a restaurant, I see mama, he or she is eating. वो अच्छा लग रहा है देखने में. Let's order that. I don't know about the taste. So first we eat by just looking at that dish, or by smelling that dish, or sometimes how that wine or shake is coming to your glass, how it is pouring. We just visually see and we get attracted towards that. I don't like chocolates, but I like the wrapper, the wrapping of silk, dairy milk silk. I don't like the taste. I don't. But I do keep the wrappers. I like buying it. I buy it because it's looking good. And I give it to my brother. I'll keep the wrapper to me. Understanding. So be presentable, be appealing, be approachable, be good looking, have a smile on your face. It seems that that second image is having a smile on his or her face. It looks like that. More charming, more charisma on their face, right? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Elements of first impression: clothing, grooming, body language. So body language constitutes of etiquettes. Last is your vocal and verbal communication. It goes in a spare circle. Image. What is an image? We learned about impression. Now, what is image? Anything anyone wants to add here?
Persona.
Come again. Come again. Sorry, you were not audible. What is image?
Looks of a following person, ma'am.
Yes. How do you look? How is your outlook, I would say. First of all, it's about outlook. How others are looking at you. Then comes inner image. Inner image is how you look at yourself, which is inside out. And that comes from within. What you think of you from within That will only come out on your face. If you are scared from within, scared, people can judge he or she is nervous. If you're confident, you'll have a smile. If you're not prepared, you'll be playing, you'll be worried. People will judge you're worried. It happens. So image is you in the eyes and minds of others. Your image becomes your identity or personal brand. People just say, oh, that girl who was wearing this, oh, that girl who was performing on the stage, then they will not remember your name. आप अपने नाम से नहीं जाने जाते हो, आप आपके कर्मों से जाने जाते हो. Things you do, you're known by your actions, not just by your name or words. You are perceived, evaluated, and judged based on the image you project or reflect. Someone is asking you, and just you replied in a rude way, or your attitude was not good towards him or her. Will he come and talk to you again? No, he won't. But if you just smile and just reply him, well, he says you thank you, and you reply him, my pleasure, thank you, reply welcome with a smile on your face, he'll come again to you. Not for a question, he'll come and approach for a friendship. He'll come and talk something else to you. Because he found that personality, that vibe good. When you look at a person, what can you see in first few seconds? Just clothing, grooming, and body language. Which is your impression? Which is your image? How is he standing? How is she sitting? What are they wearing? Are they wearing accessories? How are their hair looking? All this comes. Universal elements of visual image. So clothing includes accessories as well. Grooming includes hygiene as well, your nails, your shoes, your nail paint. Body language includes etiquette. How are you keeping the glass on the table? How are you eating? Are you using a handkerchief? Are your hands wet? Have you just wiped it off or not? These all are universal elements of visual image. You're interacting with a person, someone is just looking at you and judging you. You don't know is he or she is maintaining or considering you as a or making an first impression of you, but then he is. It happens, right? It happens when we talk to someone after multiple days and they come up to us and say, oh, the first day when you came I thought you were like this, but now you're looking a little changed, you look better. It happens, right? Then you think, oh, he observed me the very first day. It happens, right? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And let me tell you human tendency here. One, even if you try to portray a good image of you and you made a mistake, he or she has that bad thing in the mind. Second time, first of all, he or she won't come to you. By any chance or work thing is there or something is there for which he or she has to come up to you, he'll be like, let's see. First time to this happened, let's see how it goes second time. He'll be judging or performing the second time based upon how it went first time. So this time you improved. You did very well. To the third person, that guy will go and say, oh, first day I made this impression. Second time he was really good, really good. But first time he wasn't. Human tendency here is they will never forget the first time what happened. They will never forget what all went. They will again and again put this point, the very first time this happened, or the very first time we met, this happened. This took place. He was behaving like this. He was looking like this. They will never ever. When you become aware of the elements of visual image, what all comes under visual image, and learn to manage them and control their effect on you and others, you will become successful in managing first impressions. as well as every impression after that, because every time you're focused on your visual image, every time you focus on maintaining those things of you, so you never ever destroy your image in front of others. Understanding? You never get the second chance to make the first impression. Very well said. If you want to make a good first impression, smile at people. What does it cost to smile? Nothing. What does it cost not to smile? Everything. If not smiling prevents you from enchanting people, people will come to you just after your smile. Nothing else. Just smile at them. They'll be like, they are good. It really changed the perception. It really changed how people are perceiving you, how people are understanding you. Really changed. First or lasting impressions. First impression is always a last impression, as I just said. Human tendency of keeping it in mind. They will never ever forget. The unforgiving thing about first impression is that once formed, they are imprinted on the brain practically forever, making them lasting impression. No matter how you try and improve, they will give you chances. They will believe in you that he or she has improved, but they will always be like, this person was like this in the very start. And the very moment you make a mistake and very moment you repeat that first mistake which you did, you are like, मैंने तो कहा ही था ये ऐसा ही है, मैंने तो हमेशा से बोला था इसका फर्स्ट इंप्रेशन खराब है, मैंने तो बोला था जब मैं पहली बार मिली थी तो ऐसा हुआ था. They'll quickly catch that point and blame you, and all the good things you did will be destroyed. So when coming to professional world, personal is something people, your friends and family will be like, okay, I understand him or her. I'm a good friend, or he or she is my brother or son. I understand him. But when it comes to the professional world, no one understands you. It's all about how you portray yourself. No one will come and say, I understand him, I know his intentions. No one will say. You have to make that impression. And negative and weak first impression carry a strong impression. You have to believe. It is difficult to believe, you have to believe, and you will understand when you make a mistake. So make sure, do not make a mistake. That's why we have these kinds of trainings, to make you aware about what mistakes I made, what mistakes our seniors have made. So let's give this training to our freshers who are entering into corporates, of first year students, to let them know how to maintain their lifestyle just to portray good impressions, how to work on their soft skills. Hard skills is something college is working, parents are working on you. But soft skill is something you have to come from within. You have to work on that. You have to take training for that. This is why we guys are here for you. Just learn for what mistakes we have made. Inner image. People assume that image refers to the personal appearance, which is outer image, but sometimes it comes from inner image as well. What do you think about yourself? And accordingly, your behavior and communication will be there. So here comes the concept of inner self. Components of inner image: body image, self-esteem, and self-image. Body image includes more than what we look and how others see us. It is out how we think, how we feel, how we react, how do we respond to these situations, our physical attributes, everything comes under body image. Cultural images, because we have different cultures, different heritages, different rituals, influence of the families and peers. So based upon that, we are having our own body image, but we have to be confident about that. No matter what area you are belonging to, what features you are having, how you look, but if you're confident and you believe in yourself, you trust yourself, you love yourself, you will portray a good image of yours. Body image is self-image. Self-image is what you think about yourself. Body image is portrayed what others are seeing at you. Need to work on that. Some steps to enhance the body image. Personal body image. Look at your strengths and weaknesses. Keep those strengths on the very top. I am this. I'm good at this. I'm capable of this. I can do this. These are your strengths. Weaknesses, start working on those weaknesses to convert it into strengths. Do not have those limitations. Accept and love who you are. If you don't find good anything, don't find something or the other good in you, just work on that. Don't let others know that you are not happy about what, how are you looking or how is that. You know that. Sometimes people are little healthy, little fat, they know that. They're working on themselves. That doesn't mean they don't love themselves. That doesn't mean they have to be underconfident till they lose weight. No, you can be confident even how you're looking right now. Be a friend to your body with positive affirmations. Give positive affirmations to yourself. That will be shown. That will be shown. Don't think it's just that I am speaking to myself in the whole room. No. Speak these positive things to yourself and sleep. Next morning, you will be having that positive vibes from within, and that you will reflect in front. What is positive body image? Self-image, self-esteem. Negative body image results in low self-esteem, which is your low self-confidence, self-actualization. You should know how you are actually. I love that. Positive body image results in good factor, leads to healthy self-esteem. Person who has high self-esteem will make friends easily because he's confident, he's humorous, he's happy to be around. People love them. They love people. They're not thinking that I'm not good enough or deserving to be in that group. They're not thinking like that. They can simply go that, can I join you guys? Can I sit here? Because they know I'll get mingle up with them. I will. So nothing is controlling someone else. It's all about you. It's all about your behavior, and you will enjoy your life more. Next concept is self-image, your inner image. It is a combination of physical self-body image. Okay, psychology. What is your mindset, your belief, your attitude towards yourself, and your personality? What all roles and activities you do? What all occasions you? Sometimes you do not go to the parties, so people are like, he's not partyholic, he's not fun loving, he's boring person. People think of you. So for them, you have to portray that though I do not go to the party, still I am fun loving, which comes from within. It is a mental image of self portrait, self perception, and judgment about one's inner and outer self, how one looks, how one behaves. It comes from within. The image says that you can do it. She will do it. Just have that good image of yourself. Do not compare yourself to others. Be your own competitor. How you were yesterday and how are you today? How you were a year back, how you are the next year. Define your own personal goals. Set realistic and measurable goals. Be real to yourself. Do whatever you can do and make that goals. Just don't go out of the line and see what others are doing and put that goal, because you will never be able to achieve that goal because you are not that well educated or that well qualified. You cannot get a job what MBA person is getting. You will get a job what graduation person is getting. So set that goal. You will keep a goal 10 steps up, and then if you don't achieve, you'll be like, no, I cannot. Your morale gets down. You'll get demotivated. So set small goals which you can achieve and slowly get motivated. Then take huge steps. Develop your strengths. Write out 10 activities, 10 points, and just rate them. I am 90% good at it. I am 20% good at it. I am 30% good at it. I am 100% good at it. I am 50% good at it. So like this, you'll get to know what are my strengths and what are my weaknesses. And it's okay. You cannot be good at each and everything. Just embrace yourself with all your strengths you have. Learn to love yourself. Give positive affirmations. Remember that you are unique. You are different. You are having a different face and different personality. You can create your identity. Learn to laugh and smile. Remember how far you have come. How you yourself have changed your life. Your belongings, your beliefs, your attitudes, your achievements, everything. Think of Mr. Bean. Was he having a good image? Was he looking at like a hero? No. He gave many interviews, many interviews and auditions. He always get rejected. Always. What he thought of? I'll create my own company. Company as in inner self. I am enjoying my own company. I'll create my own show. This is how we came up. Self-esteem. So this is how you feel about yourself. I can do. I believe in myself. I know how worthy I am, how deserving I am. This comes from your body image, how maintained you are and how you love yourself. Your self-image, how are your beliefs and attitude towards yourself, and then you build your esteem, what others will have for you. As I said, be approachable. That is coming from within. You have to put in efforts from within so people will see that you are approachable. You are deserving. Someone wants to speak anything? All good? Yes, no. Shall we proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Social approval. Sometimes there are places, there are things we need approval from someone else. External approval is required. External acceptance is required to play a significant part. So it comes from self-esteem. A negative body image or self-image combined with negative response from others can lower your self-esteem. So you have a negative body image, you have negative self-image of you, you think you cannot do, you're not showing that confidence, you're not well groomed and well behaving. You will lower your self-esteem because others are not looking at you. When others are not looking at you, you'll be like, oh, no one is noticing me, no one is asking me to come up on the stage, no one is giving me an opportunity. You'll get demotivated, which in turn lowers your self-esteem. All it comes from your within. You have to make that effort to work on yourself, your confidence, your looks, your grooming, your dressing sense, etiquettes. I'll show this quick video. Just give me a moment. Just let me know if you are able to hear the sound. Is it audible? Just let me know once it plays. Was it audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am, audible.
Did you understand the concept? What was it talking about? What was it talking about? Did you understand what is 212 degree? Yes, no.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So it's about sweat the small stuff. The very small effort you do, the very small step you take is gonna affect the results you have. Do every day, do something which you haven't done. Do something uncomfortable. Do something which you are unable to do. Try it for 10 minutes, try it for 20 minutes, try it for 30 minutes. The more you do, the number of days you do, you'll get into habit of it and you'll have that thing in your life. The more you won't have to say that I am unable to do. You're like, I can do. Sweat the small stuff. With this, let me know if you have any questions. Let's have the question around. Questions? Anyone? Any questions? Do we have the questions in the chat box?
No. So, guys, I would like to request everyone to quickly ask your questions, anything related to the session, anything that you liked. If you need any clarity on one particular topic, you can quickly ask in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself.
Video gives me goosebumps. Write it in the chat box. Mansi is mentioning sometimes a handshake or a smile is taken as over friendly. So, how can we show our positive or anything impactful? Okay, so let's not do the handshake. Let's just greet them. Hi, how are you? Good evening. How was your day? Just have a smile on your face. Just be cheerful with your body language. Just move your hands and talk. And let the other person give you the handshake. Sometimes it happens, being a junior, we should not offer the handshake. Let's wait for the senior to do that. And once senior do that, you are allowed to do that. And that is not over friendly. In a professional environment, I would say handshake is not over friendly. It is considered good professional etiquette. Okay. Hope I've answered your question, Mansi.
Anyone would like to ask any questions, any clarity on any topic?
Yeah.
So I was asking, like, if we don't have any questions, if you are clear with the topic and whatever ma'am conveyed, it's okay. We'll quickly wait for a minute or so, and if you have any questions, you can type in the chat box, and then we can take up your question quickly.
All right. So still, I'll share my screen and move ahead with the last slide of mine. Still, if in case you have any questions, just follow me on LinkedIn, Instagram, reach out to me. These are my links. These are my accounts. This is my mail ID. Put up your questions if you want to take any more courses on body language in detail, on vocal communication in detail, on verbal communication in detail, on personality and grooming in detail. Do let me know. We can take up these topics as well in details. How to work on these. Any more questions? Just pick it. Just put it up in my mail, Instagram message, or LinkedIn DM. All right. Thank you so much for your lovely presence and hope I was able to make a difference. Hope I was able to make a sense of what first impression is and hope you guys implement this. Sweat the small stuff.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And we are receiving few positive comments in the chat section as well. And can you just stop screen sharing so that I can just put this on?
Yes. Just give me a moment.
Thank you so much. So thank you so much, ma'am, for coming and for awareing our student community regarding this topic and taking up their questions and explaining them about such an important topic. So now I would like my team to to add the mentor's profile in the chat box so that other people can follow Miss Guncha, and apart from that fill the interest form and feedback form. But wait, before that I would like to tell you about one very great opportunity for all of you. So yes, so right now I will tell you about my Gurukul. So my Gurukul is an extended domain of MyWays. In this, we help students to get placed in their preferred role in different companies. And the students can also get trained over there. For this, we have our hiring partners, Paytm, Fleetex, and many other MNCs and big startups. So what happens in this program? It is completely free of cost, and you guys can give a live hiring test that we usually conduct in our weekly master classes, which are on the technical topics, and you can give your interest in the interest form and the feedback form, which is sent by Nitya in the chat box. So by this, you guys can access to our upcoming hiring opportunities, and do follow the social media handles of MyWays. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much.